Hey guys, and welcome back to another deadline stream. The FPL tips here. I'm Akhilesh today, and we are off and running in a new season, and it's already been very exciting. And we are into game week 3, and it's another big game week with very important decisions to make. So yeah, here I am to share my thoughts, share my team, share some data, and also answer all your questions. We'll start with Animesh. Hi, Animesh, and which differential to go for, Delap, Evanilson, or Armstrong? I think Armstrong was very underwhelming against Nottingham Forest, but I would still say Armstrong because he has favorable fixtures in the next three, and goes into the wild card over there. Delap and Evan Nilsson are still a bit of an unknowns. Ipswich didn't sign a striker, but they did. I am not sure about them yet. I think now they finished the games against Liverpool and City. Now their first game against not so difficult opposition is still Fulham, but still a not so difficult opposition. So it's a wait and watch for me. I'd say Armstrong still because last season he was just superb, and he's nailed for minutes. He's 90 minutes guy, penalty, and a talisman for Southampton. And I don't think I'd expect them to sort of improve on their data as and things go attacking wise. So yeah, start Joe Pedro or Pedro Porro. I'd say Pedro Porro because Arsenal away is not going to be easy for Joe Pedro to score, and he's going to be doing all the hard work but in ball carrying and stuff. He's not going to be in the box and getting too many chances. So I'd say Pedro Porro against a Newcastle who are not good enough defensively right now. So yes. Hey Parth, send in your team. Yes, midfield Jota, Gordon, Winks, Bruno, and Nkunku, forward Isak, Haaland, Havertz. Two free transfers in the bank. I think you should sell Nkunku for Rogers or Smith Rowe, depending on your plan. I have already done my transfer. I can just show you. Just going through my team last week. I'll do that a little later, maybe. Let me just go to my team this week. I've done my transfer. I've done Nkunku to Rogers before the price change for both of them. When Nkunku was still 6.5 and Rogers was 5 million. I did that last Sunday itself. It's very unlike me. I'm not a person who's a fan of doing early transfers, but this time it had to be done. So Rogers looks good for the next four fixtures. I think that something I've been thinking about from an attacking point of view. These four fixtures bunched together: Leicester away, Everton at home, Wolves at home, and Ipswich away. These four fixtures together is as good as it gets. I don't think you get a four fixture together like this any other time this season. So I need a piece of it. So that's why I'm going with Rogers. Hopefully his data improves a little bit. He looks electric, but his data should a little improve a little bit. So that's what I am. That's why I'm leaning towards Rogers. I went Rogers, and I would also advise you to go Rogers because Smith Rowe's data is not that great either. So um, I just think the fixtures for Rogers just warrant a few returns for me. While Smith Rowe is good, Smith Rowe is definitely a fairly good option as well. You can go there. I've also done that for saving a little more money and doing Saka to Salah next week for the two good home fixtures. So that's also something in my thought. Let me just go through the other questions as well. Animesh question: Nkunku, Felix, Neto, which Chelsea midfielder to take? Don't want to take Madueke Wave. I don't think you should take any Chelsea midfielder other than Cole Palmer. Any Chelsea asset other than Cole Palmer, rather. If you have 6.5, you can downgrade to Nkunku, Smith Rowe or a Rogers or even a Minte, but he doesn't have a favorable fixture this week. But these are your options, and not a Chelsea midfielder. I mean, they have good fixtures, but I'm just not a fan of them in terms of minutes. Now that Sancho has also made Chelsea, I think there's going to be too much risk in minutes for each and every one of them, other than Cole Palmer. Why is Eze a hold? I think it's a transfer, Lavia, that can sort of backfire very easily. So that's why I'm holding him, and I don't see an obvious transfer. Mbumo could be in game week 6, but now I just hold Eze for the next three fixtures. They are fairly good from an attacking point of view. Thinking of Bruno to Palmer, but would have to let go of Havertz. Who should I replace Havertz with? I don't think Kalrav, hold Bruno. Don't remove Havertz. I think it's risky this week. You can hold him and not have Palmer for one more week and then see and find another route towards Palmer. Palmer is not this is another constant thing that keeps happening. If someone scores 17 points, it's not necessary that they're gonna match that again next week. They're not gonna hurt you as much. And it's a fairly okay Crystal Palace team, although they did lose the first two games. I think I expect them to do much better this game. Trent or Konsa, I'd say Trent. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a priority. He should be in your team for this next two game weeks. He should be a priority. Sell Eze if no returns this week. No, I wouldn't. Leicester at home next week. I would still hold Eze, even though he'll drop on price. I'm not going to sell Eze. He looks very good. He's top for most shots with 12. He looks lively. I just think the goals are around the corner, so I'll hold Eze. Howard Bellis or Pedro Porro? Whom should I bench? Howard Bellis. Obviously, start Porro if you have him. Hello, brother. Hi, Zlatan. Start one from Gordon, Rogers, and Armstrong. Also start Hall or Johnson against Fulham. Can you tell me your defense? I'd say start two of these. I'd say start Gordon and Rogers if possible. If that's the case. If not, I just go with Gordon for this week because Gordon is just very good at home. Even though Rogers is there, but Gordon is a superior asset at 7.5 million. I think you should go Gordon if that's the case. Nkunku replacement Rogers or Mbumo. If you have money for Mbumo, he's not a bad shout at all. But Rogers looks like the budget option who can save that money for you to upgrade other assets. Say you need a Salah or a Trent next week, they're going to be very popular. For people who don't have Salah or Trent, people are going to move towards Salah and Trent next week. So if you want that money, then Nkunku down to Rogers made the most sense for me. So that's why I'm doing. I can just take you through my team as well in my transfers page. So what I had was I had 0.5 in the bank, and I did Nkunku to Rogers, and now I have 2 million in the bank. And next week is something I'm planning to do is either a downgrade a Gabriel or say an Isak, to maybe say Gabriel for now, and I can do a Konsa. Then I have enough to do Saka to Salah. So that's my plan for next game week. And similarly, for people who don't have Trent, I think that should be a similar plan as well. I am removing two Arsenal assets. That's because I'm planning to bring Arsenal back in a game week 6 wildcard. But just look at Arsenal's next two fixtures: Spurs away, Man City away. Saka is a decent asset for Spurs away, but I'd say I would bet against them for a couple of home fixtures for Konsa and Everton at home and Wolves at home. And Salah has Nottingham Forest at home and Bournemouth at home, where he stands out as the best captain. So that is my reasoning towards sort of downgrading Nkunku to Rogers and not going up to Mbumo, although Mbumo is a very good asset himself. Sorry, I'm just quickly coming through all the questions. So please hold on for a second. Palmer or Saka? What's your choice for captaincy? If you have Palmer, I'd captain him over Saka. But if you don't, then Saka is a fine captain. I think my order of captaincy this week, I think Haaland is still first, then Salah, then Palmer, then Saka. Bench one: Eze, Rogers, Muniz, or Semenyo. Who does Semenyo play this week? Who do Bournemouth play? Everton away. I think that's a good fixture. So Muniz is also a good fixture. In that case, that's a difficult one. I'd play Eze. I think I'd definitely play Eze. I'd play Muniz, Rogers. I'd probably bench Semenyo, although that just goes outside the stats that Semenyo is posting right now. But I'd either bench Rogers or Semenyo. Hi Vatsal, good to see you. Are Mateta minutes gonna be managed now that they have Nketiah? Yes, I think so. I'm not sure if they'll deploy a two as the striker strategy, or they'll continue with the Kamada and Eze behind one striker. So it's something that's worth to be noted. But although I don't think Nketiah will be starting right at the get go, Mateta will be starting for a few games. If there is a form dip, then I think you would expect a switch over there. Robinson, Guardiola, Saliba. Hi. Yeah. So Robinson, Guardiola, Saliba, you can start them. You don't need to start the fourth defender. You can just start. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I've been answering a different question. Sorry. Saka captain. Yeah, he's a decent shout as a captain, I feel. Is Anderson expected to start? Yes, I do think Anderson will start this week. Last week would have come too early. Robinson, Guardiola, Saliba, Jota, Gordon, ESR, Saka, Vardy, Haaland, Isak. I think it's a good team. You can roll your transfer if you haven't made it yet, and captain either Haaland or Saka. Bench Trippier or Poro, or if any transfer instead of Trippier. I think we should remove Trippier. Trippier to Robertson is good. Trippier to down to Konsa is also very good. I think these are the two defensive options I see. If you have money to Trent, you should do that definitely. Like your priority should be Trent. Robertson is a very good asset as well. Then I'd say an Aston Villa defender. Hi, Zlatan. Defenses Robinson, Tah, Hall, Johnson need to start three. Okay, in that case, I'd sell one of your third defender uh, to a better defender, to a Konsa. Maybe a Hall to a Konsa makes sense for you. And then say I'd start both Gordon and Rogers. No, and then I'd start Gordon over Rogers. Um, yeah, that's my case. That's Armstrong plays Brentford away, right? I don't think it's the best of fixtures. I'm not. I mean, Armstrong could score. It is a good. He is the more attacking player. He's on penalties, and that's a close call. I'd say non closer than what I would think. But yeah, I'd still go Rogers because Aston Villa look more solid. Rogers looks threatening. Sell Guardiola for or Saliba for Trent. Oh, that's a difficult one. Don't sell it this week. I think City have West Ham away. Saliba has Brighton at home. Liverpool have Man United away. You can dodge Trent for this week and then try to sell next week. In that case, I'd sell Saliba. I am selling Gabriel. So similar to that, I'm just advising you. I'd sell Saliba next week because Guardiola has Brentford at home. So Saliba has Spurs away and Man City away in the next two games. Then I'd sell Saliba for Lavia. Nikhil, bench one of Burn, Minte, Pedro, or Murillo. I'd bench Burn, definitely. Tottenham at home is not going to be a good fixture. Tottenham will score. Salah or Saka for captain? I'm guessing that. I'm not sure what you mean, Christiantos. I'd say Salah is one of the best captains this week after Haaland. I can just put the order as well on the chat. I'll put it on the chat. Captaincy order one will be definitely none of you will be having all four of these. So it depends on which two you have or which three you have, and then you're sort of putting it in order. But this is my thoughts for this game week. Pickford, Trent, Porro, Robinson. Yes, I think that's a decent defense to have. Pickford might not be the best, but it's okay. You don't need to remove your keeper in a wild card. Outside a wild card, keeper is always one you can remove in a wild card. Don't waste your transfer on. Siddhant, Kwanzaa to Trent. Yes, that's a good transfer to do. If you have the money, I'd suggest do that. Thoughts on Ramsdale? Wait and watch. Southampton are not the best of defenses, so wait and watch. Jayesh, Saliba, Konsa, Poro, Rogers, Salah, ESR, Gordon, Isak, Haaland, Muniz. Very good team, I think. Best of luck for you this game week. Try to see if you can find a way to get in Trent next week. Have Haaland still Saka captain? I'm not sure. That's something I'm contemplating as well. I've been thinking about Saka captaincy, but I think I'll stick to Haaland. My reason for captaincy this week is I think there's no standout fixture. Haaland plays West Ham away, who could be good defensively. Salah has the most difficult picture on paper, a top 6 team. United away. Uh, Palmer plays Crystal Palace. You have been good last season towards the end. You don't know if they what type of Crystal Palace will turn up, what type of Chelsea will turn up. And Saka plays Brighton at home, probably the best of the 4 fixtures, but Brighton are looking good this season as well. So it's not there's no standout captain this week. So that's why I'd go with someone who's the most reliable out of those, which is Haaland for me, and he's in form. He's in great shape. So that's why I'd go with Haaland as captain. Leo, Pickford, Trent, Porro, Robinson, Salah, Jota, Saka, Eze, Muniz, Wood, Isak. Bench Rogers, Trippier, role or any transfer. I'd say you probably remove Trippier still, but I think Robertson is the you have triple Liverpool, so that puts you out of it. So then I can okay, you can bench Trippier for one more week and roll the transfer. I think your starting team is good and you have Rogers on the bench as well. But Salah always scores against us. I generally think it's a good captain option. Yes, I think Salah does score against United, especially away from home. He's been scoring for the last 3 seasons, 4 seasons. Can't keep count of that. I think he is a good option in himself as a captaincy option, as a captain. Spaghetti, come on, people, let's get the likes up. Thank you for the shout out. Please get, I'll just give you a plug as well. Please hit the like, please hit subscribe, share the live stream. We are trying to get in more content this season, and we are looking at different ways to produce content. We are testing out a few. I had earlier today released a press conference reaction video, which is around 8 minutes, quickly just giving you who's injured, who's not, what are the last minute thoughts about that. I've gone on it quickly. You can check it out now by breaking for 8 minutes, or you can also check out whatever comes next week. We will be coming with that. Other than that, there will be a review content of what happens this week. There will also be a content by Anshuman on not sitting on the fence, which will be coming regularly as well. So that's there with our channel, and we will be trying to come up with more shorter form content so that it's quickly giving info and easily understandable. Isak, keep or sell? Isak is a keep. Eze is a keep. Another thing I'm going to say this week, and I'm going to just put that also on comment and show it. Hold Isak. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, hold Eze and Isak. That's definitely an advice I would give. Sell Saka for Salah, Vaibhav, not this week. Next week, I do that. Lavia, Guardiol, Saliba, Hall, Barco, Gay, Palmer, ESR, Chota, Eze, Bailey, Haaland, Isak, Muniz, free transfers. I'd say bank the free transfer and find a way to bring in either Salah or Trent next week. That's my suggestion. Best 4.5 keeper right now, I think it's between Flecken and the Brighton keeper, because Brighton look like a good defense. I'll just quickly look at my goalkeeper thoughts for my wild card as well. So if you do look at Brentford, which is, if you look at Flecken, he has great home fixtures from Gameweek 6 onwards. You see West Ham at home, Wolves at home, Ipswich at home, Bournemouth at home, Fulham away, Man United away in the middle. It's great fixtures for him over to the stretch. Whereas if you look at a Brighton keeper, for context, Brighton are not set to rotate in their keeping position, so it would be one of the two. So they have Chelsea away, Spurs home, Newcastle away, Wolves home, Liverpool away, Man City home. That's not ideal to have a keeper for me, at least. I'd want clean sheets. So that's the thing. I'd say best grade 4.5 keeper is Flecken. Any news in the last couple of days? Solanke is out. Solanke is out for sure again this game week. Other than that, Foden is sort of doubtful again. He's not good. He's not feeling great yet, so he wouldn't start. Cash is out, so the 4.0 Aston Villa defender does become an option as well. Quickly catching up with the questions, guys. Keep them coming. I will try to answer each and every one of them. But also hit the like and subscribe for the channel, and let's get the subscribers up, and we'll come up with more content. Hi, Luis Felipe. Mente plus Watkins or Bruno plus Joao Pedro. I think I'd go with the former because Watkins has great fixtures and could be a very good differential over the next few weeks. I'd go with the former. Start to Robinson, Pedro Porro, Joao Pedro, Konsa. I'd say start Robinson and Pedro Porro. That's what I do this week. I have Winks and Rogers in the first 11 and Joao Pedro on the bench. Should I play Joao Pedro instead of Winks? I'd just do that as well. I'm not sure who Leicester plays this week. Leicester do play Aston Villa, right? I think I'd just play Joao Pedro. He's more attacking. He's on penalties. Maybe he gets an penalty and puts it away. Always the attacker, never like if it's any fixture, if it's an option between a center defensive midfielder and an attacker, the attacker has a harder fixture. I'd still go to the attacker. Hi, Hasnain, triple captain. Thanks. Yeah, I mean it's that's something that paid off, and congratulations for getting the points, and thank you. Keep supporting, and we will be trying to discuss more dilemmas like that soon. And it was a great week for Haaland triple captainers, and great start to the season. Conser Rogers, Poro Colville start to bench two. I'd start Rogers. I'd start Poro. That's what I do, Vasya. Dowell, Jota, and Saliba to Salah and Faish/Johnson. Not this week. Just keep your players for now and think about it next week. Lavia, thoughts on Raheem Sterling to Arsenal from an FPL perspective? I think it's good, but especially because there will be minutes taken off Saka, and I think he will be a great asset throughout the season. I don't think he's gonna Raheem Sterling is gonna be displacing Saka in the Premier League. Premier League, Saka is majorly gonna play, but his minutes could be managed. But that means that Saka is gonna continue to be fresh. So that Saka is a great option from an SPL perspective. While Trossard and Martinelli could be lesser options because Sterling can play on both. He's probably going to play on the right as well as the left. That's what I think Arteta will be looking at, not predominantly as a left winger. So he could play instead of Saka for a few minutes. He could also play on the left instead of Martinelli or Trossard. So they don't become great options. That's what from an FPL perspective, while Raheem Sterling himself is not an option for me yet. Devang, start 2, ESR, Rogers, Joe Pedro, Mikolenko, Howard Bellis. I'd start ESR and Rogers. Vatsal, are Jota Mins gonna be managed after Chiesa? That's a good question. Not at the moment. I think Chiesa will be again similar to Sterling for Arsenal. I think Chiesa will be looking to get some minutes of Salah in the right wing position. He can play on the left wing also, but he's not going to be playing forward. While Jota is currently the number one centre forward for Liverpool, while Nunez is not yet has not hit the ground running. So Jota will be the number one centre forward for Liverpool, and Nunez will be sort of fighting with that, and then it will be Gakpo. So Chiesa is not going to directly affect the Jota position. Differential captain this week would be Mbumo. I think is the best differential captain this week. If you have him, captain him. Chris Wood is not a bad differential captain this week. So is Isak. He's also not a bad differential captain this week. These are my differential captains this week. Vaibhav have 0.5k in the bank, 0.5 million in the bank rather. Who to replace Nkunku with to fund Saka to Salah? I'd say Rogers. Would have budget 4.2. Yes, I'd say Rogers. I'd still say Rogers so that you can maybe do a Trent transfer also next week, other than Saka to Salah. Karsh, is it worth getting in Rogers for Bailey to get Saka for Nkunku with a -4? No, I just do Nkunku to Rogers and Bailey to Salah next. Or you might already have Salah, I guess. But I don't think Saka is a -4 worth it this week. You can just start Bailey. Bailey has a very good fixture. I think Bailey is also going under the radar just because of his expensive price and Rogers being much more cheaper. But Bailey will be a very good asset in the next 4 fixtures as well. So you can hold of him. If you keep hold of him, he might be a good differential for you. And if you don't want to double up on Aston Villa, you can sort of go to Emil Smith Rowe instead of Rogers as well. Hi, Aryan. Sanchez, Robinson, Lewis, Howard Bellis, Konsa, Johnson, Saka, Palmer, Salah, wow. Mbumo, Rogers, Haaland, Welbeck. Wow, what a team. You have all 4 of Saka, Palmer, Salah, and Haaland. That's great. And you also have Mbumo. I think it's a brilliant team. I'm sort of jealous looking at your team right now. And your defense is okay. I think Robinson, Lewis, and Konsa are good to start. So just hold your transfer. Maybe you would want to do Saka downgrade to and upgrade maybe Johnson or a Howard Bellis to a Trent next week. But right now, just hold it. Bench 1, Bailey, ESR, Wood. That's difficult. That's really difficult. Probably bench Bailey. Like for all I've been saying about Bailey right now, I think they all play very good fixtures they all have very good fixtures from an attacking point of view. I'd ideally try to start all 3, but if one to bench, I'd say Bailey. Hi, Obi. Anshuman has not shared his team with me this week. I think he's also contemplating. He's not sure if he wants to captain Haaland because of the West Ham defensive setup. I think he was also thinking about bringing in Palmer or Watkins or Salah, like between the two. So these are his thoughts. I think for over the last few days, but he's not shared his team. But coming to your team, start 2 of Muniz, Rogers, and Joao Pedro. I start Muniz and Rogers because of the fixture. Bench 1, Wood, Eze, ESR, Rogers. Again, same question. I'd bench Rogers over here. I think Wood, Eze, and ESR have better fixtures this week. Henderson or Raya for a -4. Don't spend a transfer for a goalkeeper, let alone a -4. Just keep Henderson for the next few weeks. That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing any transfer. And Raya also has Tottenham away and Man City away, where you might not keep clean sheets. So Farzid Ali. Thanks, ma'am, from Aryan. Cheers. Have a good week. Coming to Farzid Ali's team. Bench one from Wissa, Bailey, Semenyo, Muniz, and Welbeck. I'd bench. Oh, again, difficult one. I know. I'd definitely bench Welbeck because Arsenal away. Hi Karsh, I have Jota, not Salah, and ESR also. Should I still get in Rogers for Nkunku, making the me double up on Villa with Bailey? Yes, this case I would do that so that I can do maybe bring in a Salah or a Trent next week. That will free more money for me to bring in Salah or a Trent next week. That's what I'd say. Start ESR over Joao Pedro again this week. Yes, because Joao Pedro is having Arsenal away, and last week is not this week. I think like both of them performed well last week, but this week ESR has a much better fixture, so you start ESR. Good luck you too, Obi. Thank you for supporting. Please hit the please keep coming and supporting, and everyone please hit the like, guys, and please share the deadline stream and also the other videos. And it's less than half an hour, just a little bit more than 22 minutes. So try to get in your questions and lock in your teams because we will be hitting the deadline again soon. I'll just quickly go through my team from last week. I think it was a great week for me. I mean, not the best because I had to triple captain Haaland to get to 90, but still, it was a very good week. I'm happy that triple captain has paid off. For me personally, this is the best triple captain I've had in the last 5-6 seasons. Last 5 seasons, other than that, I've been only triple captaining in a double game week, which has still resulted in lesser than 17 points. So I think triple captain is going forward is going to be that ship which can still be played in a single game week and doesn't have it doesn't have the upside on a double game week as much as a free hit or a bench boost might have, or even the mystery chip might have. So that's my takeaway from last week. I think it paid off really well. Trent and Gabriel Robinson, very happy with them getting the clean sheet points. Jota is good. Eze will be getting there, I think. I'm gonna hold Eze and Isak and Nunes. I hope for returns from the three of them this week. All eyes will be on them for me this week. Saka is good to have right now, and Nkunku has left for Rogers. So that's my team, and I'll come back to my team this week. It's Henderson and goal, Trent and Gabriel and Robinson in defense, Diogo Jota, Eze, Saka, Rogers in midfield, Muniz, Haaland, and Isak up front. That's my team for now. Coming back to the question from Hasnain, Bellis or Vandenberg? They are playing against each other. Don't want to start Kudus because of City. I'd probably say Vandenberg. No, I just start Kudus. Even if it's City, it's the City at home. I just start the attacker. I'm not sure about the 4.0 defenders. Kudus could score. And City are not going to 100% keep a clean sheet this week. That brings me to the Rob T graphic, which we look at and discuss every week, which is really good. And you should hit a follow for him on Twitter. He's going to be producing such visualizations every week, which is going to be very useful. So let's take a look at it. Let's go through the fixtures this week. Arsenal are tipped to score 2.35 goals, which is the most joint most along with Man City. So that's very good. So they are also expected 38% for clean sheet, which is the most out of all the teams. So I'd say Arsenal are very good. Saka is seeing as a good captaincy option. But the spread of the goals will be equal among Saka and Havertz, while compared to Man City, where it's always going to go through Haaland. That's why I'm going to stick to Haaland as a captain. Everton Bournemouth going to be a very tight game. Everton need a win here, so let's see how that goes. Leicester Arsenal are tipped to score 1.85 goals. Maybe they do turn up and score a few goals this game. 31% clean sheet odds, so your Konsa is good to start as well. West Ham Man City. Another fixture where Man City are expected to score more than 2 goals, 36% clean sheet odds, which does warrant you not playing Kudus. But let's just go to Brentford Southampton as well, where Brentford are expected to keep 34% clean sheet. But I'm just not sure if Vandenberg will start though. I think Pinnock and Collins have been starting for them, and this game I'd expect them to continue starting. And ahead of Howard Bellis, I'd still start Kudus. Coming to Newcastle, Tottenham, very even game. It's going to be goals galore, I think, in this game. Both are not great defenses, so I'm really happy having Isak. I think owners of Son and as well as Gordon should be happy as well. And even Pedro Porro, I think he has attacking impetus in this game. Ipswich Fulham, again, another close game. We should see how Fulham turn up. I think it's very important for Fulham to turn up. A lot of us have loaded up on Muniz, ESR, as well as Robinson. So hopefully they turn up. Brentford at home against Southampton, another good fixture. I think Mbumo is a great fixture for this and a different captain. They will definitely fancy beating Southampton at home. Nottingham Forest Wolves will be another close fixture. Nottingham Forest Wolves are not great defensively right now, so Wood is a decent option this week. Although clean sheet, I'm not sure if either of them keep. So I'd say try to bench them if you can. Chelsea Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are given only a 12%, a 1.18 goals. Hopefully Eze is involved in them and maybe they hit a little bit above. But the Crystal Palace are given 12% chance of clean sheet, so I'm not very confident of Henderson. But I think he will rack up some save points, and if he does keep a clean sheet, it will be a big upside. So I'll just start Henderson. Chelsea, Palmer, good to have, but not anyone else from Chelsea. Coming to the final fixture of the week, the biggest fixture of the week, Man United Liverpool, will be another battle. I think Liverpool are not going to easily score two goals like that. Clean sheet is not great as well, but I expect maybe a attacking return for Trent finally. He's been giving clean sheet points so far, but now an attacking return would be nice and good. Coming back to the questions from Shamit, Trent, Gabriel, Aina, Konsa, which three to play? Trent, Gabriel, and Aina, I'd say this week. Looking at the graphic, Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa do have similar expected goals, like clean sheet percentage. So I just go for Aina, who's a little more attacking. No Man City team news yet. I'll just check if there is any other team news for the day. Um, let me just check. I don't think there's any other team leaks for the day yet. So that's another thing that we can keep an eye on, and I will let you know. But we might get Arsenal team news, but not Man City team news. Coming to starting one, Konsa, Robinson, Pedro Porro. I'd start Pedro Porro. Yes, I do. I do. I would start Pedro Porro, or maybe not. If not, then Robinson. That's what I do. Vaibhav, Henderson, Konza, Trent, Porro, Henderson, Barco, Saka, Nkunku, Eze, Jota, Iesa, Salah, Isak, Joao Pedro, Nkunku to Rogers. Yeah, that's just the transfers you have to do, and then save the other. Save the other. Start Hall or Murphy. I don't. I'm not confident about Hall starting again. Maybe Murphy I'd start. Who to captain out of Haaland, Isak, Watkins, Palmer, Haaland. That's what I would do. Maybe if Watkins is a good outside shout as well. He has a Leicester fixture, but he's not 100% there yet. So I just go with Haaland. Although the other three are good shouts. It's just a safe pick for Haaland this week. FPL tips: who to start, Eze or Armstrong? Eze. Thank you for that. Devansh, wildcard team. Okay, I don't think I've made a wildcard team. Really sorry, guys, about that. Maybe I'll just quickly check who I would want in a wildcard in my transfer page automatically. I think I'll replace Henderson with Fleckin and hold him long term. I'll definitely have Mbumo maybe instead of an Eze or along with an Eze. These are two picks I'll definitely have from Brentford. Trent, Gabriel, I will continue to have. Robinson, I'll still have. So I'm just not sure who are the better options. I'd probably remove Haaland in my wildcard because the structure of Salah, Saka, and Palmer looks better right now. So let's just try to look at that. And I'd also maybe remove an Isak, which I'm not very happy with. For maybe a Havertz and then do Salah. Saka. I'm just not very. I'm not very big fan of a wildcard this week, honestly. I think you can sort of like there will be bad weeks. I think you can push yourself to a wildcard six, where I think Arsenal assets will be popular. You can have your double Arsenal defense. You can have Liverpool. You can have Salah. You can have Palmer. You can have Foden if he's back. So that is what I think. Sorry, I just switching to the screen. That is what I think would be a little more viable than sort of trying to get in a wildcard team this week. Hi Chirag, best forwards apart from Haaland and Isak. I think right now Havertz is a very good forward to have. Solanke once he's back foot will be there, right up there. Other than that, it's just we are trying to figure out who's the best 6 million forward. There's Joao Pedro, there's Muniz, there's Wood. There is also the other guy, which is Wissa. Wissa is also very good. So yeah, that's it. How would a Consa? I said Consa. Do you mean Consa or Costa? I'm not sure who's Costa. Hi Devansh, you're okay. You have a wildcard team. If you're not if you have triggered the button, then it's Allison, Lewis, Robinson, Saliba, Trent, Palmer, Salah, Iwobi, Rogers, Haaland, Visa, bench cost. I don't think I'd start Iwobi, but how do you have the money to have Trent, Palmer, Salah as well as Haaland? That looks little juicy to me, but Iwobi is not. I'm not a fan of Iwobi, so I'd probably try to replace him maybe with an ESR or maybe even downgrade Haaland to a Watkins and maybe try to spread around that funds. Nkunku replacement, I'll just put that as well on the thing. Nkunku replacement. For me, it number one is Rogers. Number two is ESR. Number three is Minte, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm missing out on anyone. Do let me know if I'm missing out on anyone in this bracket. But I think Rogers and ESR are standout best two options for me. I was thinking of bringing Palmer to Saka after Arsenal's fixtures. Yes, I think you can do that. Definitely, I think after Arsenal's fixture turn, you can bring in Saka. That's a great strategy to have. But I'd not bank in too many transfers so early on. Armstrong or Vissa as a second forward. Right now, I'd say Armstrong, but after game week 6, it's definitely Vissa. Joe Pedro, Welbeck, Joe Pedro. Any team news? I'm constantly looking at team news, Arsenal team news, but I've not got one any. Let me just look at it more. If there is any leaks, I will let you know. So -4 to sell Nkunku this week or sell next week as priority. You can bench Nkunku now if you have a team to play other than Nkunku. So you can do that. I still have point 0.5 in the bank. Should I do Iwobi to ESR? Isn't ESR a minutes risk though? I think ESR is a better option than Iwobi though. So I definitely do ESR. Poro or Hall or Fesh? Poro. Eze or Nkunku to start Eze? Definitely Eze. Okay, guys, it's just a little more than 10 minutes. So please lock in your teams and ask me your questions quickly so that we can sort of try to wrap it up and the game week 3 stream soon. And yeah, good luck to everyone. I think it's still early on, so you can be patient with some of the assets. You don't need to force some good assets. You know who are doing well, who have good fixtures also. So let me take you through three of the assets who are in my team who I don't want to sell at all this week. Maybe next week, if I want to bring in Salah, I'd sell an Isak. But look at Eze. Chelsea away, Leicester at home, Man United at home. From an attacking point of view, is good. And you have Leicester at home in the middle. I think Chelsea and United will concede goals. So that's there. I think it's not bad. For Muniz, it's Ipswich away, West Ham at home, Newcastle at home. Again, from an attacking point of view, it's pretty good. So I will hold Muniz. Same with Isak. Spurs is a good fixture from an attacking point of view. So is Wolves. So I think there are good assets and there are not definite replacements. If you look at Havertz for Isak, Havertz has Tottenham away and Man City away next to games. So that's with that. Matt Turner has just moved to Crystal Palace, so I don't think he will start. Chirag, Henderson will continue to start. Hi, Vatsal. Still thinking about captaincy between Haaland and Saka. I don't think it's if you feel confident that Saka will be scoring a goal or two against Brighton, go for him. I think it's a great differential captain. I'm not sure if Haaland will score a hat trick again. I don't think he will. He will probably score a goal, maybe a goal and an assist. That's it. It's just a low ceiling captaincy game week where one captain could just go high and you can gain a lot of points. So I mean, if you go Saka captain, I would say all the best. It's a good move. Poro or Munoz, whom to start? Poro. Still the same dilemma. Start Hall or Johnson. Can't take -4. I don't think either of them start Zlatan, unfortunately. So maybe I just start the guy with the better fixture, which is Johnson, and pray. Hudson Odoi or Rogers? Rogers. Does Matt Turner start? I've just mentioned he doesn't. Should I start Joe Pedro over Mazraoui? Yes, I think you should. Bench one of Eze, Semenyo, Muniz, and Rogers. Semenyo, although or Rogers, one of those two. Muniz and Eze are definitely start, even though they're blanking. Start Pedro Porro or Robinson slash Konsa. Porro because he's just very very good attacking wise. And Robinson and Konsa, if they had the same fixture at home, I'd start them, but they are also playing away. Should I start? Yeah. Please mention your Instagram. The Instagram is FPL tips underscore underscore SL. I don't have a separate Instagram. I do tweet a few things though. I think the Twitter handle is right under my name, which is 6 Days of Glory. So you can follow me on Twitter. And that would be I would be sharing a lot of news, a lot of thoughts as well on Twitter. And other than that, everything is available on FPL Tips on Instagram as well as Twitter. There's link in the description of this video as well. You can just click onto it. Or is there one of our other videos if not this video? Thank you. Mbumo captain, what is your opinion? Great differential captain. He could pay off. Garnacho, Rogers. Robinson, Konsa, Colville, start one. Robinson. Thank you for loving our stream. Please continue to support us, and yeah, thank you. Share it if you like it to someone else who might be interested in listening to more FPL stuff. Hi, Dhaval. Jota to Saka for -4 or Saka to Salah next. Saka to Salah next week. Not nothing. No, don't take a -4. Just for that. Like, don't take a -4 from a good asset to a good asset. It's not. It's going to backfire. It could be. It could pay off, but the chance is very little. Whom to start between Robinson and Konsa? Robinson because of the attacking threat, and also looking at Rob T's graphic. Um, Aston Villa have a better chance of a clean sheet, but Fulham are not very far behind. Havertz or Isak captain Havertz. It's close, but Havertz. Raya, Konza, Lewis, Mazroy, Palmer, Salah, ESR, Saka, Rogers, Haaland, Joe Pedro. Palmer, Salah, and Haaland in your team. And Saka. Oh, yeah. This is another one of those teams. How's the wild card? Your fixtures are not great for some of them. I'd have Trent in that wild card, definitely. But there's only 5 minutes left. So I'm not sure about it. But I think I'd definitely have Trent over there, over Saka. ESR or Eze to start Eze. I mean, I don't know. I'm just very high on Eze. I'm bullish on Eze to sort of pay off at any time. So just maybe consider that as well. I think Eze is someone who is very could pay off. Aryan, I will share my league code with one of the next videos in the coming week, and you can join that league. Um, Solanke replacement. Yeah, I think Solanke replacement is also something that should be covered. I'd downgrade again. I'd look at maybe Wisa, Wood, Muniz, Joe Pedro, Armstrong. One of these five. I think Muniz is probably the best option for me. Wood is the second best. Sorry, Joe Pedro is probably the best option for me. Although he has Arsenal away this week. Maybe and then Muniz is second. Wood is third. Wisa is fourth, and then is Armstrong. Or Armstrong is fourth, then is Wisa. Muniz for captaincy, no. I don't think that's worth the shout. Okay, it's 5 minutes remaining, guys. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe for FPL Tips YouTube channel if you haven't done already. And yes, thank you for supporting us. And do let in your final questions. Adarsh, Raya, Pau, Trent, Robo, VDV. That's a good defense. I'd go with that. That's a good defense. Yes, Vatsal, good luck to you too. And I think I've done the same transfer, so let's see how that pans out. Rogers and for Nkunku, maybe a Rogers attacking return would or a two would be great this week. Palmer or Saka? Right now it's Palmer. Saka's fixtures are not the best. Right now it's Palmer because of the fixtures Palmer has. It's Crystal Palace home, Bournemouth away, West Ham away. Pretty good. Okay, guys, we are now in less than 5 minutes to go. So lock in your teams and yeah, let me know your transfers as well. You can look at how that goes. Okay, guys. I think if that's it, the questions. Yeah, I'll just check the league lineups. If there is any league lineups, I'll let you know. Nothing as of yet. So another week where we are not getting any league lineups. No. Ha, Adarsh. Raya, Trent, VDV, Pop, Robo, Palmer, Saka, Salah, Mbumo, Bailey, Watkins. Good team. Maybe I'll try to get in another forward because the balance would that would be better than having multiple. Like I'll spend a little bit more on another forward, maybe a Muniz or a Joe Pedro. Bench Wood and start ESR. Difficult, but I'd start Wood because he's a forward and in the home game, his numbers are a little better, and he's on penalties. Okay, guys. I think if that's it with the questions, I'll be dropping up a little early. Good luck. Lock in your teams. I'll give there are 1.5 more minutes. Lock in your teams and just go with your gut, like Vatsal is doing with captaining Mbumo, Saka, Salah, and Palmer. Oh, are you or is someone else? I'm sorry. I'm thinking you are sort of commenting on something else, which is definitely brave. I agree. But yeah, lock in your teams, go with your heart, go with your guts, and good luck to everyone. And thank you for joining. Haha.